Most drivers think a car's heater is just a button you turn on when it's cold. But what if I told you that tiny hidden parts under your hood decide whether your cabin becomes a cozy sanctuary or a freezing torture chamber? The worst part? The moment your car's heat refuses to work, panic usually sets in. We assume it's something catastrophic, something that only a mechanic with a $2,000 bill can fix. But here's the shocking truth. Most heating failures aren't about expensive parts. They're about overlooked, simple things you can fix yourself, often for less than the price of a fancy coffee. Imagine sitting in your car on a freezing morning, cranking the heat to max, and getting nothing but cold air. It's frustrating, yes, but the solution is often hiding right under your hood, waiting for someone to notice it. Today, we're going to take an insider's tour of your car's heating system, revealing secrets most drivers never see. By the end of this video, not only will your heater blow hotter than ever, but I'll share a bonus tip that can prevent up to 40% of engine failures, an absolute game changer. First, let's start with the silent culprit most people overlook, the thermostat. More than 30% of heating failures trace back to a thermostat that refuses to do its job. Especially in cars older than 8 years, this little valve can make all the difference between a cozy cabin and a bone-chilling ride. The easiest way to catch it misbehaving is through the check engine light. Spot a code like P0128? That's your thermostat waving a red flag. When it's stuck open, coolant endlessly circulates, never letting the engine reach the heat needed to warm your cabin. And here's the tricky part. The car's computer doesn't always detect it. Sometimes, you need to put your hands where the magic, or the problem, happens. After shutting off your engine for a few minutes, gently touch the hose leading into the top of the radiator. If it feels surprisingly cool, the thermostat might be failing. It's a subtle signal, easily ignored, yet it's the key to understanding why your heat is weak. Now, while most people rush to blame the thermostat, there's something even more overlooked: coolant. Yes, that glowing, colorful liquid is not just for keeping your engine from melting, it's the lifeblood of your car's heating system. Shockingly, only 19% of drivers ever check their coolant levels unless a disaster strikes. Open the radiator cap when the engine is cold and inspect the level. Peek into the reservoir too. Too low, and the heater core, the very heart of your cabin's warmth, is filled with air. Hot air in the heater core doesn't heat a thing. The fan might spin, but all you get is a disappointing breeze. Too much coolant, and pressure builds up, risking overheating, misfires, and even electrical issues. Perfect coolant balance is the secret ingredient most people overlook, and it's the difference between a warm car and a frozen one. With coolant levels checked, let's move to the engine temperature itself. Older cars, in particular, won't provide cabin heat until the engine warms up. Take your car for a spin, watching the temperature gauge like a hawk. Middle of the scale. Perfect. Too low even after 15 minutes? Something is amiss. Too high. That's a separate cooling system problem that can quietly damage your engine. Once the engine is at the sweet spot, it's time to peek under the hood again. This is where most drivers start thinking it's rocket science, but it's really just methodical observation. Next, the AC settings. It sounds simple, but almost half of drivers never use their car's climate system properly. Whether your car has fancy touchscreens or old-school knobs, mastering them is crucial. Turn the temperature dial all the way to red, start the fan low, then gradually increase it. Activate the recirculation button to trap the warm air inside your cabin, essential in freezing conditions. But beware. Using it while your windows fog up can slow things down. This is where subtle awareness matters. Listen to the air as it begins to flow, notice changes, and understand the rhythm of your car's heating system. Then there's the blend door actuator, a component most people have never heard of. This tiny mechanism decides whether the air in your cabin should be hot, cold, or somewhere in between. When it malfunctions, your car swings between extreme temperatures, as if it's toying with you. A simple test: turn your AC from cold to middle to hot. A proper knocking or whirring sound. Your actuator is alive. Silence or erratic changes. Time for attention. Many cars use a heater control valve instead, but it works on the same principle. Understanding this gives you an almost magical control over your cabin temperature, a secret only the most informed drivers know. One step beyond the blend door is the blower motor resistor. This unsung hero determines fan speeds and often fails unpredictably. Start the fan low, Crank it to high. If the fan speed fluctuates on its own, or worse, no air flows, your resistor or blower motor is at fault. Fortunately, replacement is straightforward, costing about $100 for a full kit. Always check the fuse first. A blown fuse can make it look like a motor problem when it isn't. This is a place where DIY knowledge can save hundreds, if not thousands, in mechanic bills. And now, the core of cabin warmth, the heater core. At this stage, if nothing else has solved the problem, the heater core is likely clogged. Locate the two hoses entering the firewall. One or both feel cold. That's sludge, rust, and sediment trapped inside. Many mechanics will suggest a full replacement, $1,000 or more, easily climbing higher for luxury cars. Some suggest a coolant flush, but it rarely works on heavy deposits. Here's where a clever trick comes in, a CLR flush. Using a household product, gloves, and goggles, you can clean the heater core for under $30, often with results rivaling a mechanic's intervention. The process is precise. Flush out old coolant, soak the core with CLR, let it work, then rinse carefully with low-pressure water. This is where patience meets science, transforming a neglected part into a powerhouse of warmth again. Reattaching hoses, topping up coolant, and bleeding the system are the final steps. This ensures no air pockets remain, which can otherwise cause overheating and costly engine damage. Using a proper spill-proof funnel and the correct coolant mix is crucial. Mistakes here can blow gaskets, ruin engines, and leave you stranded with a repair bill that could reach $5,000. But when done right, your car's heater roars back to life, the engine stays healthy, and you've learned the inner workings that most drivers will never see. Finally, the bonus tip: regular coolant flushes. 60% of heater core failures trace back to neglected coolant. A professional flush costs $200, but with basic tools and careful technique, you can do it yourself. Drain, flush, circulate, and refill with distilled water and fresh coolant, then bleed the system. It's preventative maintenance that not only keeps your cabin warm but safeguards the heart of your car, its engine, from catastrophic failure. Do this every 2 to 5 years, or between 30,000 and 60,000 miles, and you'll extend your car's lifespan dramatically. By now, you've explored every corner of your car's heating system, from thermostats to blend doors, resistors to heater cores, and the subtle art of coolant management. You've seen the mechanisms that create warmth, the silent killers that sap it, and the practical steps to restore and maintain it. This isn't just a repair tutorial. It's an insider's guide to understanding your car in a way that few drivers ever will. Every step empowers you to act with precision, confidence, and a sense of mastery over your machine. If you've enjoyed this deep dive, here's what I want you to do next. Like this video if it saved you from freezing mornings, share it with your friends who struggle with car heating, subscribe to the channel for more insider car tips, and comment below telling me where you're watching from. I'd love to hear which country you're warming up your car in, because car care knows no borders.